Noah comes from a humble family of baronets. Even though they have a fancy title, people from the higher class still treat them unfairly. So, one morning, Noah gets ready for his new job as a librarian. He goes downstairs and sees his dad looking all sad. Turns out, another rich person took his job, and he tells Noah about it. Noah's a bit lost, thinking about what to do next and kinda being mean to his dad. Then, his sister Alice walks in. She tells him he should join the Heroes Academy. Noah's not too sure he'll pass the test, but he decides to give it a shot. While he's out for a walk, he meets Emma Brightness, who's his childhood friend and also a baron's daughter. They've been through a lot together. Emma's excited about being librarians, but Noah has to break the news that he lost his job. On the bright side, Emma tells him that he's really good at something called a great sage skill. It's like having all the answers, but it gives him headaches, which isn't fun. Emma says something surprising though. She read that kissing can help with the headaches. And guess what? Noah actually goes for it without thinking much. Bold move. Noah is not shy at all when it comes to using the French greeting style. He uses it to ask the great sage about a special dungeon where he can get stronger for the Academy's entrance test. Following the sage's advice, Noah heads into this hidden dungeon. And guess what he finds there? A pretty lady all chained up. Quite the surprise, right? Now don't get all worked up, this isn't the type of dungeon you're thinking about. You see, the lady here is Olivia's servant, an adventurer who's been trapped and chained to the walls for a whopping 200 years. After some mind-to-mind conversations, bonding, and for reasons we don't know, Olivia grants Noah her legendary creative skills. With these skills, he can snag any skill and even play editor, tweaking other skills for himself or others, though it does cost him life points, LP. Sounds a bit grim, right? I'll let you in on how he boosts those points. Alongside savoring delicious food and spending money like a B-list rapper, the sky's the limit for LP conversion in this fantasy harem. Now that the whole life-draining situation is sorted, Noah ventures around the dungeon to test out his new abilities, which leaves him with low life points. But fear not, the protagonist's younger sister steps in, along with his well-endowed childhood friend. They help him not only recharge his LP but also attain a fresh skill that displays a person's stats. And as a gesture of gratitude, he jokingly takes away her stress by patting her on the chest. Seriously, the following day, Noah heads to the entrance exam where students are required to team up and take down monsters. But since our main guy isn't a top-tier noble, nobody wants to partner with him except the friendly Emma, who decides to be his schoolmate. The duo also welcomes a third member who's keen on pairing with a well-endowed noble, rounding out their team. The entrance exam involves fetching rare monster materials, so they split up. Noah heads to the dungeon's third floor and discovers a deceased reaper. It costs him a chunk of LP and he feels the toll on his body, but he pushes through exhaustion to defeat the reaper. Soon after, he takes the reaper's head back to the academy on his master's advice, which, turns out, was more than wise. The skull scores him the highest points in the exam. As Noah's family celebrates his success, his younger sister is all affectionate. Mom's beaming. Dad's got a grin, though his grin turns upside down when Noah breaks the news that the Academy's enrollment fee is a hefty 300,000 reals. Given his family's financial constraints, Noah decides to take matters into his own hands and earn the money himself. Noah turns to Olivia for advice, and she suggests he should consider joining the Adventurers Guild. This takes Noah to the guild, where he encounters Lola, the receptionist. Lola explains the ins and outs of the guild system and hands over an application form for Noah to complete his enrollment. Once Noah hands in the form, Lola notices that he has listed skills like editor and get creative. She raises doubts, explaining that these skills belong to Olivia's previous servant and they have yet to be passed down. Noah stands his ground, asserting that he's being honest. Lola, intrigued, challenges Noah to a bet where the truth will be revealed. Noah takes up the challenge, placing his hand on a magical book that unveils one's true skills. The book gleams brilliantly, reminiscent of a diamond. Noah embarks on a quest to capture rainbow grasshoppers. He locates the assigned spot and skillfully employs his abilities to track down and catch one of these elusive creatures. As tensions rise and Emma confronts him for not sharing his decision to join the guild, Noah extends his apologies, emphasizing his need for her continued support, especially due to his persistent headaches. At a later point, both Noah and Emma return to the guild to claim their rewards. Emma becomes slightly envious when she sees Lola getting close to Noah, prompting her to establish her position as the primary girl in his life. Noah acts swiftly to ease the situation by saying what each girl wants to hear. With this settled, Emma takes on the role of an adventurer and partners with Noah for their inaugural quest to defeat a giant rabbit. However, their encounter takes an unexpected turn as goblins attack, leading to unintended chaos as they attempt to confront the giant rabbit. Emma wants to handle the rabbit by herself so the other girl won't cling to her super close friend. But the well-endowed girl with dual daggers turns out to be not strong enough to hurt the rabbit. So, the two friends decide to run away and hide in the forest. Realizing the situation and wanting to make Emma happy, Noah tweaks her skills to make her stronger. He couldn't have done it without her letting him have a fun time playing with her ear. Anyway, after the upgrade, Emma easily beats the rabbit and impresses Noah. Later, Noah takes the rabbit's horn for some cash, and he gives credit to Emma for defeating the beast on her own. Emma, thrilled with the adventure and her friend, thanks Lola Bunny for her encouragement. The night ends with a feast at the guild where the rabbit's meat is enjoyed. A short-haired girl hands Noah his reward, saying it's enough to pay the enrollment fee. Everyone congratulates him for making it into the academy. Finally, Emma and Noah stand in front of the academy, ready to begin their hero studies. That's when Maria Albert, the Duke's daughter, walks by them. Curious about her skills, Noah uses his abilities to check her out and is shocked to discover she's cursed to die on her 16th birthday. Noah feels out of place surrounded by higher status people at school. Discrimination against him as a baronet doesn't help either. In contrast, Emma quickly becomes popular among the boys. The only person to reach out to Noah in a friendly way is Maria, the high-ranking girl from earlier, making everyone in the class jealous. Later, the students head outside for their first defense class taught by a former mercenary, Elma Stongs. They're all intimidated by her strictness, but they can't deny the nurturing vibes she gives off. Luck is on Noah's side as he's chosen by both of them to kick off the training session, attacking Elma so she can demonstrate the backstep technique. Then she announces to the class that she'll reward them generously if they can manage to do the move before the class ends. This gets all the boys motivated, but unfortunately they all fail and their spirits are crushed. However, the main character remains hopeful, armed with his old creative skill. He uses it to successfully pull off the move at the very last moment. As promised, Elma rewards him by sitting on him in front of everyone and complimenting his touch. For the next task, Elma has everyone form pairs, but she excludes Noah and Emma from pairing up. Similarly, she prevents Mira and her friend from being partners. A well-off kid tries to boost Mira's ego by talking about their family's status, something Maria disagrees with. She believes that value should come from hard work, not family background. Anyway, Maria ends up partnering with Noah. As they exercise together, Maria pushes herself and suddenly falls ill. Her bodyguard rushes to her aid and they leave the class. Unable to resist, Noah checks on the curse he saw earlier. He realizes the end is approaching, so he seeks advice from the sage. The old man provides a solution, but Noah rejects it as it would harm his reputation at school. Instead, he chooses to kiss Emma in front of everyone, and then he turns to Lola to ask for help. Lola mentions a friend of hers who specializes in curses. She goes to a temple to meet Luna, her cleric friend who happens to be an elf. There, she notices many sick people seeking remedies from Luna, who's been tirelessly working. Lola catches Luna when she falls from exhaustion during a break. After this heartfelt moment, Shaddy asks her to meet Noah. Meanwhile, Noah heads to the hidden dungeon to meet Olivia. Even though she pretended to be mad at Noah for not visiting her often, Olive Babe eventually opened up and listened to her boy's troubles. After Noah shares Maria's situation with her, the sealed hottie figures out that the curse was placed on Maria's ancestor, a common occurrence among high-tier nobles. Worried that the cleric might not be able to remove it, Noah wonders if there's a quick way to gain LP and use his skills to find out how much it would cost to cure Maria. Olivia informs him that it would require too many life points, which he doesn't currently have. So, she lets him in on the forbidden luck-enhancing aspect of her skill. The reason it's forbidden? Well, it's because this skill helps him find situations to earn more LP, making him a sort of luck magnet for favorable services. It's a common trait of horror and protagonist characters, and it's nice that the show treats it as an actual skill. In a restaurant, the group enjoys a meal while discussing their friend's predicament. To their surprise, Luna seems to be well informed about Maria and the curse. Luna mentions that she can't help but feel that Elf Sakura is hiding something. Noah uses his skills to analyze Luna and is taken aback by the realization that she's using her own life force to heal others. Although elves have long lifespans, hers won't be sufficient to break Maria's powerful curse. On their way out, Luna has a change of heart and agrees to take on the task. When Noah asks to speak with her privately, he lets her know that he's aware of her self-sacrificing healing method. She brushes off his concerns, saying that she enjoys helping others, just like her mother did, even though her mother perished from using the skill excessively. The talk gets interrupted when a nearby building collapses. After Luna heals a child, she agrees to join them in helping Maria. Noah notices her shaky legs, revealing her fear. When Lola learns that Luna has been using her life force to help others, she hugs her and apologizes for not understanding her struggles, even though they're best friends. Later, Noah comes up with an idea to aid them. He suggests modifying Luna's skill to use her finances instead of her life force. This way, she'll lose money instead of risking her life to break the ancient curse. However, Noah lacks enough LP or money for this solution. Lola proposes entering an event held every weekend by a noble. If they win, they'll get all the resources they need. The event is called Harem Pride, and it seems to reflect the viewer's fascination with the genre. The event takes place the day before Maria's 16th birthday. Noah, Emma, Lola, and Luna watch other teams from various harems compete to impress masked men. The atmosphere becomes tense as the ladies struggle and the Colosseum falls silent. Suddenly, a man starts roasting them, igniting the crowd. Harsh comments make our girls nervous, but the home team tries to keep their confidence and push through. One by one, other teams fail, and a group of adventurers enters the arena, causing the stadium to go silent. The audience is too intimidated to react. As the next team, the home team, prepares to step forward, Noah is torn between preserving his girl's dignity and desperately needing to win the unconventional contest to save lives. With a smile on her face and passion in her heart, Emma takes the stage, capturing everyone's attention with her charisma and ample assets. Luna follows the first girl onto the stage, and Lola joins her shortly after, capturing the hearts of the audience. Noah breathes a sigh of relief, but Luna informs him that it's not over yet. A surprise round is announced by the host, who strangely resembles Noah's dad. In this round, the girls have to perform actions to display their devotion and love for their master. If the audience is pleased, they win. The girls gather and decide to keep their plan a secret from Noah to get an honest reaction from him. This strategy proves effective, satisfying both Noah and the crowd. Even the skeptical audience members are won over, and they begin to feel guilty about their earlier judgments, especially after witnessing a live triple kiss. Noah emerges as the winner of the game, securing the prize money and fame. The only downside is that he's banned from that questionable hub, but given his situation, it's not much of a loss. With enough money and LP, the group heads to Maria's house at the Albert residence. Noah finds a man sitting outside, quietly crying. When he inquires, Maria tells him that the doctors can't help her anymore, and she's on the brink of death. Noah reassures her, saying they have a way to cure her. They visit Maria in her room, where she's having flashbacks of how she's had to live with the curse. The story takes us back to ancient times when the Albert family was cursed by a monk. The curse was a result of the family's past actions. They had defeated and slaughtered an entire tribe. Interestingly, Mary, who should have died due to the curse, was the one who inherited it. Realizing her impending death, she decided to make the most of her remaining time and enrolled in the academy, hoping to live like a normal girl. Luckily, Luna finally manages to lift the darn curse, all thanks to Noah modifying the skill to focus on finances instead of health. Mira opens her eyes and finds MC by her side. He reassures her that they've come to help and thanks Blondie for accepting him when no high noble would. He also uses a bunch of LP to help, and the girl responds by raising his LP. Then Luna takes the stage and gets to work on breaking the curse before the last minute ticks away. Everyone celebrates as Maria finally regains her life. Lola and Emma start to suspect that Maria might have feelings for Noah as she clings to him. Luna lets them know that she herself is interested in Noah, making the girls even more jealous. Later, Noah visits Olivia once more to express his gratitude for all her help. While being close, Olivia detects a certain scent on him after all those kisses he's been getting. Playfully, Olivia demands a kiss as well. Embarrassed, Noah plants a kiss on her forehead, proving that no matter how confident the main character of the harem acts, he's still a bit bashful. After the curse is lifted, everyone receives a generous reward from the Albert family. Noah decides to open an item shop, offering rare materials and monster items, together with his family. His father, however, gets carried away thinking about the 100 million reals and gambling. Noah's sister assures him that she'll keep an eye on their father to prevent any casino mishaps. Noah instructs his father to find a suitable place to rent or purchase for the shop. His father eagerly accepts the task and even asks Noah to hire him. With everyone assigned their roles, Noah heads to the dungeon to gather materials. He enters the master rune, calling his master's name, but she doesn't respond. Worried she might be in trouble, he tries tickling her to check, and she stirs awake. He informs Olivia of his plan, and she suggests acquiring 4 skills, teleportation and blinding, which would be handy for diving deeper and collecting treasures. Noah quickly adds these skills and proceeds to the 5th floor. Upon arrival, he notices that all the giant monsters on the floor have already been defeated. Before he can react, a massive black lion with a tulip on its head approaches him from behind. Noah attempts to scan its abilities, but fails. He blinds the lion and tries to escape using teleportation. However, he stops when the lion speaks, asking for his help. Overwhelmed by the situation, Noah agrees and they move to the next floor. The lion introduces himself as Tiger Son, ironically named given that he's a lion. He shares his story. He and his friend, an elf, entered the 5th floor 350 years ago. His friend instructed him to stay while he cleared traps ahead. Noah's arrival on the floor offers Tiger Son a way to check on his friend without breaking his promise. Noah proceeds to the 6th floor and is immediately confronted by zombies. He flees and takes refuge in a room. As a self-professed coward, he decides to leave through another door. This proves wise as he encounters a lone wolf that looks different from the others. Despite the high LP cost, Noah gains skills to revert the transformed zombie back to normal. To his surprise, it's Tiger Sun's friend, the elf named Varshal. After Varshal regains his senses, Noah shares the story of Tiger Sun. Varshal becomes emotional, apologizing for keeping him waiting and explaining that he felt guilty for revealing his loyal friend's location. He expresses his need to return to his hometown and reunite with his wife. Tiger Sun, being a confident fellow, understands and gives Varshal a lift back outside. Before parting ways with his first friend, Noah heads back to the 5th floor to find Tiger Sun, who has returned to cry his heart out. Noah comforts him and extends an invitation to his home as a friend. Tiger Sun gladly accepts, and they ride toward a better tomorrow. The big cat agrees to become the guardian of Noah's shop at the academy. Alma enters and explains to the students that they must retrieve items from rare monsters as part of their training. While having lunch, Emma and Noah decide to collect dragon fangs. They visit the guild to see if there's a commission for this task. Inside the guild, they find Luna holding Lola back from a confrontation with another receptionist, Tara. It turns out Tara was luring adventurers away from her fellow receptionists. Lola accuses Tara of using inappropriate methods, but without proof. Sarah suggests a competition to settle the matter. If Lola wins, Tara will stop seducing adventurers and aiming for the top rank, something she's never achieved before. If Tara wins, she gets to take one of Lola's adventurers, particularly the new promising one. Realizing that her relationship with Noah might change, Lola seeks his help. Later on, Noah, Emma, and Luna team up to hunt down various monsters, gaining points along the way. They set their sights on a formidable prey, an earth dragon. To prepare, Noah equips himself and builds up his LP to create a dragon killing skill. With Luna's guidance, they locate an earth dragon in the mountains. Ready for the battle, the trio heads there, using Noah's sage skills to pinpoint the dragon's location before setting up a trap. After they dig a hole and set up spears, Noah approaches the sleeping dragon. The dragon's rage ignites as it wakes up and starts chasing Noah. He leads it towards the trap they prepared. Emma and Luna seize the opportunity to attack the dragon swiftly, ultimately defeating it. Thanks for watching part 1 of the anime. For part 2, please comment and subscribe.